Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our quiet corner, where years aren't a burden, but a canvas for painting our best stories. Today, we're setting off on an amazing journey to memory, that magical thread tying yesterday to today, laughter to silence, loved ones' faces to melodies of the past. Picture this. You're over 60, and you effortlessly recall an old friend's name, share childhood tales with your grandkids, and your mind shines like a star on a clear night. It's not a fairy tale, it's a possibility living within each of us, just waiting for you to reach out. After 60, memory sometimes starts to play hide and seek. Names slip away like autumn leaves in the wind, and yesterday blurs like morning mist. But here's the secret. It's not the end of the road, it's the start of something new. Our brain is an incredible garden that can bloom even in later years if we tend to it. The great poet William Wordsworth once said, "The mind that is open and free is an eternal fountain of light." And science agrees. Researchers, like those at Harvard, have found that simple habits can revive memory, bringing clarity and joy for years to come. Today, I'll share 5 golden habits to make your brain as sharp as a sunbeam on a winter day. These aren't tricky tasks or scientific formulas. They're small joys you can weave into your life right now. We'll talk about how movement sparks your thoughts, how food colors your memories, how games keep your mind nimble, how sleep guards your thoughts, and how friends help you stay yourself. Stick around to the end. The 5th habit will surprise you with its simplicity and power. If you're ready to breathe life into your memory and make every day brighter, hit that like button. It's your little signal we're in this together. Not subscribed yet? Click subscribe and ring the bell. More inspirations on the way. And let's make it fun. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're ready to start, or a 0 if I need to crank it up a notch. Ready to awaken your memory? Let's dive in. Habit number 1. Dance with movement. The first habit is to dance with movement. No, you don't need to sign up for ballet or run a marathon in flashy sneakers. It's about how simple steps: a walk down the street, a sway to the radio, a stretch by the window can wake up your brain and bring back the warmth of your memories. Movement is a melody your body and mind play together, even if you haven't danced in years. Think of your brain as an old lantern that glows brighter when you turn the crank. When you walk, dance, or just move, blood flows faster, like a river after rain, carrying oxygen and life to your thoughts. Norman Doidge, author of The Brain That Changes Itself, once said, "Movement is the language the brain speaks with the body." And he's right. Scientists have noticed that people who move every day remember names, faces, and little joys from the past more easily. Movement ignites neurons, those tiny stars in your head that hold everything you love. Let me tell you about Maria. She's 64, and a few years ago, she started noticing her memory slipping away like sand through her fingers. She'd forget where she put her wallet or mix up her grandkids' birthdays. One day, while walking with her daughter, she saw her tapping her foot to a street musician's jazz and joined in just for laughs. At first, her steps were clumsy, but she kept going. Now she takes short walks around her neighborhood every morning, sometimes even dancing in her living room to an old record. A few months later, Maria noticed her wallet stays put, and her grandkids' names come to mind without a nudge. It's not magic, it's movement bringing her mind back to life. How do you start? It's easier than you think. Step outside for 10 minutes to the nearest tree. Breathe in the air. Listen to the rustle of leaves. Feel your feet touch the ground. Or play a song that warms your heart and sway to its beat. Let it be your little dance with life. If you like stretching, reach for the sky in the morning, like a cat waking from a nap. No need to rush or strain. It's your rhythm, your tune. Movement isn't just about memory, it's about happiness. When you walk, you're not just stepping, you're meeting life. A neighbor's smile, birds chirping, sun on your face. These moments settle in your mind, becoming part of your story. And if you prefer company, invite a friend. Walk together. Laugh. Share tales. There's no right or wrong way, just your step, your path. Try it today. 5 minutes by the door, 10 minutes down the street, or stand up and dance to a favorite tune. It's a small gift your brain will accept with gratitude. And if you feel the difference, Drop a 1 in the comments. I'd love to hear how movement lit up your day. Habit number 2. Feed your brain with colors. The second habit is to feed your brain with colors. No, you don't need to become an artist or swallow paint tube sits about food that paints your memory with vibrant strokes. Think of your mind as a canvas. Every bite is a color that keeps your memories alive, clear, and worth cherishing. After 60, food isn't just fuel, it's the brush you use to paint your best days. Imagine your brain as a gardener who loves bright fruits. When you eat real, living food, juicy berries, crunchy nuts, fresh greens, you give it colors to create with. This isn't about strict diets or endless pants, it's about the joy of taste that keeps your mind young. Scientists, like those at Harvard, have noticed that lively food supports neurons, those little sparks that store your stories. Antioxidants hidden in berries or healthy fats in nuts are like paints that keep your canvas from fading. Let me tell you about Lillian. She's 62, and a few years back, she started noticing her memory was like an old trunk. You could open it, but everything inside was jumbled. She'd forget what she meant to buy at the store, or mix up the neighbor's dogs' names. One day, sipping tea, she remembered her mom always tossed a handful of blueberries into oatmeal, saying, "It's for your head, sweetie." Lillian gave it a shot, started with a few berries in the morning, then swapped cookies for nuts with her tea. A couple of weeks later, she caught herself making a shopping list without a single hint, and the neighbor's dog, Roxy, popped into her mind unprompted. It's not magic, it's food bringing her mind back to life. How do you start? It's simpler than it sounds. Grab a handful of berries, blueberries, strawberries, whatever catches your eye, and toss them into breakfast. They're like little drops of paint nourishing your brain. Or try nut salmons, walnuts, cashews instead of chips or candy. They're crisp strokes that keep your memory sharp. If you love soups, throw in a handful of spinach or kale green hues for your inner artist. And don't forget water. It's like a clean brush washing dust off your canvas. Add a slice of lemon or a sprig of mint for flavor, and sip 6-8 glasses a day. Food isn't just about memory, it's about delight. When you bite into a ripe berry, you're not just eating, you're tasting summer, recalling picnics with kids, or that pie your grandma baked. These joys settle in your mind, adding to your picture. And if you cook at home, turn your kitchen into a studio play with colors. Mix nuts with honey. Sprinkle herbs on a salad. It's not a curry, it's creativity feeding body and soul. What to avoid? Think of sweets and fast food as dirty brushes. They leave smudges hard to erase. Sugar and bad fats can cloud your mind, like rain blurs watercolor. You don't need to ban everything, just swap them for something bright. Trade soda for herbal tea, a donut for an apple with peanut butter. It's not a sacrifice, it's a trade for a prettier picture. Try it today. Add berries to your morning oats. Grab a handful of nuts for a snack, or pour a glass of lemon water. These are small strokes your brain will welcome with a smile. And if you notice names or lists coming easier, drop a 2 in the comments. I'd love to hear how colors brightened your day. Habit number 3. Play with your mind. The third habit is to play with your mind. No, you don't need to become a chess grandmaster or solve Einstein's equations in your head. It's about how little games, puzzles, or new hobbies can keep your brain nimble, like a kid chasing a colorful ball. After 60, your memory doesn't want to sit in a dusty corner. It craves fun, motion, sparks. Play isn't just entertainment, it's exercise for your mind that brings back clarity and joy. Think of your brain as a curious puppy. It needs toys to stay happy. When you read a book, tackle a crossword, or try something new, you toss it a challenge, and it leaps at it with glee. Albert Einstein once said, "Play is the highest form of research." And he was right. Scientists have found that people who play with their minds keep their memories sharp as a blade. It's called neuroplasticity. Your brain builds new paths, like bridges between yesterday and today, helping you recall faster and clearer. Let me tell you about George. He's 68, and a few years ago, he felt his memory fading like an old map, outlines there, but details gone. He'd forget where he parked the car or lose the thread of chats with friends. One day, flipping through the paper, he stumbled on a crossword and gave it a shot just out of boredom. The first word was tough, but he got hooked. Crosswords became his morning ritual. Then he added books, old mysteries gathering dust on the shelf. A couple of months later, George caught himself recalling every street from his childhood neighborhood, even the one with the best ice cream. It's not a miracle, it's play waking up his mind. How do you start? It's easier than you think. Pick up a book any that calls to you. A mystery, a romance, even fairy tales you read to your kids. Read just a page before bed, it's like a light jog for your brain. Or try a crossword, start simple, from the paper or an app, and let your mind cheer when the pieces fit. If you like riddles, ask your grandkids for their favorites. Let them giggle while you ponder. Or maybe you've always wanted to learn a song or a few words in Italian. It's all play fun, like yours. Play isn't just about memory, it's about the sparkle in your eyes. When you solve a puzzle, you're not just filling squares, you feel alive, smart, young. It's the moment you tell your brain, we're still in the game. And if you enjoy company, play with friends cards, charades, or a remember when night. There's no strict rule, just your mind wanting to dance. What to avoid? Don't let your mind laze too long like a puppy. It'll chew the furniture from boredom. Hours of television or endless phone scrolling are like an empty box instead of a toy. Don't ban relaxation, but swap some of it for play, trade a show for a book, news feed for Sudoku. It's not a burden, it's joy your brain will embrace. Try it today. Read a couple of pages, solve one riddle, or recall an old song. It's a small challenge your mind will meet with a grin. And if you notice names or dates popping up easier, drop a 3 in the comments. I'd love to hear how play brightened your day. Habit number 4. Embrace sleep. The fourth habit is to embrace sleep. No, you don't need to become Sleeping Beauty or nap all day in a hammock. It's about how nighttime peace guards your memory, wrapping it like a cozy blanket. After 60, sleep isn't just rest, it's the time when your brain quietly gathers the day's fragments, tucks them into memory drawers, and preps you for a new morning. It's a hug you give yourself to wake up with a clear head and light heart. Think of your mind as a librarian, working the night shift. While you sleep, it sorts books, your thoughts, names, faces, and dusts the shelves. Scientists say sleep is like a wash for your brain. It clears out the clutter, leaving only what matters. The great artist Salvador Dali once noted, "Each of my days is a dream I remember." And there's truth in that. When you sleep deeply and calmly, your mind holds on to more than you realize. Night isn't just darkness, it's when memory weaves its threads. Let me tell you about Emma. She's 61, and a few years back, she noticed her memory flickering like an old radio signal on, signal off. She'd forget where she left her keys or mix up her day's plans. Emma blamed age, but then realized her sleep was short and restless. TV till midnight, phone glow, thoughts spinning. One day, she decided to try going to bed earlier, 10 p.m. No gadgets, with a cup of herbal tea. It felt odd at first, but after a week she noticed. Her keys stayed where she put them, and her morning to-do list popped up on its own. It's not magic, it's sleep restoring her mind's peace. How do you start? It's simpler than it sounds. Try going to bed at the same time, say 10 or 11 p.m., like a ritual you gift yourself. Turn off your phone or television an hour before. Let your eyes rest from light and your thoughts slow down. If you like coziness, light a candle or play a soft tune, it's like a lullaby for your brain. Before closing your eyes, breathe slowly in through your nose, out through your mouth, like letting the day go. These aren't rules, they're little hugs for your sleep. Sleep isn't just about memory, it's about morning joy. When you're rested, you don't just open your eyes, you greet the day with ease, a smile, clarity. It's the moment you feel alive, ready to recall and create anew. And if falling asleep is tough, lie on your back and imagine the sea waves rocking you gently. No rush, sleep will come like an old friend if you give it time. What to avoid? Don't let night become an enemy. Coffee after lunch or phone till 1 a.m. can scare sleep away like noise scatters birds. Don't beat yourself up if you don't get 8 hours. 6 or 7 calm ones work wonders. It's not a race for hours, it's a quest for peace your brain will thank you for. Try it today. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier. Ditch the light. Breathe deeper. It's a small step your mind will embrace with warmth. And if you find morning clearer, drop a 4 in the comments. I'd love to hear how sleep lit up your day. Habit number 5. Connect hearts. The fifth habit is to connect hearts. No, you don't need to become the life of the party or throw big beshezits about how the warmth of friends, family, or even chance acquaintances can revive your memory, like sunlight waking a sleeping garden. After 60, loneliness sometimes creeps in quietly like a shadow, but connection is the light that chases it away. It's not just chat, it's threads weaving into the fabric of your memories, making them brighter and stronger. Think of your brain as a garden that blooms fuller when warmed by others' smiles. When you laugh with a friend, hear your grandkids' stories, or share tea with a neighbor, you're not just passing time, you're watering that garden. John Cacioppo, a scientist who studied human bonds, once said, "Connection is life for the mind." And he was right. Researchers have found that people surrounded by loved ones recall names, dates, and little joys from the past more easily. Connection is like wind carrying memory seeds, helping them grow. Let me tell you about Rosa. She's 65, and a few years ago, she felt her memory fading like an old photo album. Pictures there, but colors dim. After her husband passed, she withdrew. Days turned gray, and she'd forget where she left her glasses or what she planned for tomorrow. One day, a neighbor invited her to a gardening club just to help with flowers. Rosa went reluctantly, but she found smiles, talks about roses, and a cup of coffee. She started going weekly, then added walks with her new friends. A couple of months later, Rosa caught herself humming tunes from her youth she'd long forgotten, recalling every club member's name without a hitch. It's not a miracle connection bringing her garden back to life. How do you start? It's simpler than it sounds. Call a friend, someone you haven't talked to in a while, and ask how they're doing. It's like tossing a seed into the soil, a small step that grows into joy. Or take a walk with a neighbor, just chat about the weather, flowers, life. If you like groups, find a club, gardeners, book lovers, even puzzle fans. Or help someone carry a bag. Share a recipe. It's connection that warms. You don't need a crowd, even one chat a week will brighten your day. Connection isn't just about memory, it's about heartwarming. When you laugh with someone, you're not just talking, you're reclaiming bits of the past. That riverside picnic, that childhood joke. These moments settle in your mind, becoming new blooms in your garden. And if you're shy, start small, smile at a passerby. Chat with a cashier. It's not a duty, it's joy your brain will embrace. What to avoid? Don't let loneliness take root like a weed. It can choke your flowers. You don't need to run from people, but don't force yourself. Find those you're comfy with. If the phone's silent, make the first move. Don't wait to be called. It's not hard, it's natural, like a breath after long silence. Try it today. Call someone, step out for a 5-minute chat, or smile at a neighbor. It's a little bridge your mind will cross with a grin. And if you notice names or stories coming easier, drop a 5 in the comments. I'd love to hear how connection brightened your day. Conclusion. And there you have it, dear friends. Our journey's reached its end, but it's just the start for your shining mind. We've walked through 5 golden habits that can make your memory after 60 as bright as a star in the night sky. Let's gather them together like a bouquet from the garden we've grown here. The first habit: dance with movement. It steps in the park, a sway to an old tune, a stretch by the window, little rhythms waking your brain and tuning your memories. Remember Maria tapping to jazz with her granddaughter? Her mind came alive because she gave it motion, and you can too. The second habit: feed your brain with colors. It's berries at breakfast, nuts instead of candy, lemon water, simple hues painting your memory's canvas. Lillian recalled lists and dog names because she fed her mind life, and your brain's waiting for those strokes too. The third habit: play with your mind. It's a page before bed, a crossword with tea, a new song on your tongue, games keeping your brain nimble. George brought back childhood streets because he tossed his mind a challenge, and your playful pup wants to run too. The fourth habit: embrace sleep. It's an early bedtime, quiet without a phone, deep breaths before night, peace guarding your memory like a warm blanket. Emma stopped losing keys because she gave her mind a night to work, and your brain's craving that hug too. The fifth habit: connect hearts. It's a call to a friend, a walk with a neighbor, a smile in a club, threads blooming in your memory's garden. Rosa hummed youth's tunes because she found others' warmth, and your mind will bloom with connection too. These habits aren't strict rules, they're gifts you can give yourself right now. After 60, your years aren't a sunset, they're a sunrise where memory can shine brighter than ever. The great philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To live is to learn something new every day." And he was right. Your brain doesn't age. It waits for you to open its doors. Science backs this. Movement, food, play, sleep, and connection are keys to clarity that work at any age. What does this mean for you? It means tomorrow's morning can start with a step 5 minutes by the door, a handful of berries on the table, a book page in hand, an early night in quiet, or a call to an old friend. You don't have to do it all at once. Pick one, the one that calls your heart. It's not a race, it's a dance where every step's yours, every beat's for you. Imagine, in a week, you recall a name that slipped away, find your keys without a hunt, or hum a song lost for years. It's not a dream, it's a reality you create. You believe in you and your strength, your spark, your memory. You're not just a viewer of this journey, you're its hero. Every little step you take is a light you ignite in your garden. And you're not alone, we're walking together, cheering each other on, sharing smiles and stories. So, what will you try first? Maybe step out for a walk to breathe the morning? Add berries to your oatmeal to color your day? Solve a riddle to wake your mind? Hit the hay early to hug the night? Or call a friend to weave a new thread? Drop it in the comments. Put a 1 for movement, 2 for food, 3 for play, 4 for sleep, 5 connection, or just tell me what's calling you. Your story might inspire someone else. Let's shine together. If this journey touched you, hit that like button. It's your little beacon, we're on the same wavelength. Subscribe and ring the bell, more light for your minds ahead. Thank you for being here, you're amazing. And your 60s are your time to bloom. Your memory's a garden waiting for your hands, and I know it'll flourish more than ever. See you in the next adventure. Shine on, friends, shine on.